to talk about how to control your anger. And these are just a couple tips on controlling short-term anger. Take a break as soon as you can and recognize why you're angry. So you can try pulling to the side of the road if you have road rage, stepping into the break room if you're at work, going to a bathroom if you're at home, kind of just separating yourself from the situation. The next suggestion is to breathe deeply. Go to a happy place. And this could be mentally or physically. I mean, if you need to separate, if you put on your happy face, throw on your cheerleader smile. Oh no. Practice positive self-talk.
Ooh, this is some good stuff.
Ask for support of someone you trust, or try to see the humor in why you're angry. If you're looking for controlling long-term anger, then try engaging in some type of physical activity such as exercise. Restructure the way that you think about life, because that's just easy. Keep a journal of what upsets you and how you plan to fix it, and then see a mental health professional.
Counseling center has 12 free sessions.
And this is brought to us by WikiHow. Those 12 free sessions.
Guys are so funny. You guys should have been in here to see how these girls were reacting. Their little skits to it.
Yes, ours.
Aren't you recorded?
Sure.
Yes.
Sure. So, yeah, we were talking about political correctness and how it's tailoring in, or not, in our relationships with others. I want to ask a question. Do you want complete honesty or to feel good about yourself?
I want complete honesty. I'd rather you be completely honest and hurt me with the truth than try to soothe away with a lie. Because in the end, I'm going to know anyway.
Okay. What else we got?
I want both.
I was just, I want to be able for you to be able to tell me completely honestly, but I'm still good enough that when you tell me it's good stuff anyway.
So like, I definitely feel what Lola's saying, and to some extent, I definitely agree. Mine would be more, I want your complete honesty to, still be able to love me, but also you to know me and to know how to be honest with me. Because you can be honest and hurtful, or you can be honest and helpful.
Okay. We got Ray-Bans.
Well,
What you want?
I dish it out so I can take it.
Tell me what you want. What you really want.
Oh my
Tell me
God.
what you want. Hey, Dizzle. Oh, she like, nah, no comment. She just keep it real, and if you keep it real, she keep you in the circle, no squares.
That's right.
My immediate answer was thinking about how people want it to be honest, but hopefully it's what they want to hear. So hopefully it aligns with something that you feel about yourself. So if I tell you that you're pretty, it's something that you already feel, and it's an honest assessment. But I would say that I would lean more toward complete honesty than feeling good about myself, because I don't feel like you telling me something that's going to make me feel any different. You can validate what I already feel. You can kind of affirm what I've already thought, but you can't make me feel good about myself. So, all the thing I can do is ask of you, one, do me a favor. Don't do me any favors. But if you feel like you have to, make sure that it's real within yourself before you bring it to me. Because if a falsity to you will be even worse if you give it to somebody else. Because intent is not always taken the way that it's supposed to be. Like you intended it to. The way people receive it isn't always the same. And so make sure that it's real within yourself before you give it to me. And if it's some kind of prejudge, some false, biased, unaware, unconscious thing that you haven't dealt with before you give it to me, because sometimes people think they know situations and they don't. Then they speak half-heartedly on it or half knowledgeably on it. And then when you give it to me, it's like, but you don't even know. That kind of thing. So I didn't want to look at y'all like I was just being intense right there.
That is I'm sorry.
So before we really get into this sensitivity stuff, what are some things that you're outspoken about or you have no filter about? So you can answer either one of these, something that you're too sensitive about. And I want to start with, if she wants the birthday girl, what's the stuff that you're outspoken about? Something happens, you know, I'm gonna talk to you. No filter. New shoes. Shoe game.
Yeah, that's number one. Don't talk about my sneakers. But I'm really like, as far as anything I'm really passionate about, that'd be my family. Like, I don't have a really big family, so it's like all I got. And then, you know, I got my little sister out here with me, so anything that goes down with her, like, it's basically like, you get out of the way, I got this from here on out. So, yeah, that'd be about it.
Okay. That's real thuggish when you said that though. Yeah, you know, you,
And I'm eating that.
yeah, started from the bottom down, yeah. Demo. And you can answer either one or both.
One thing that I'm outspoken about is when people try me.
Okay.
If you try me, you will get it. That's gonna
That's what
happen.
we told them, girl. You try me, you gonna get it. My views do not reflect the views of WBGS Statesboro or the institution as a whole. It's just my personal opinion.
One thing that I am, I guess, sensitive about is other people. When people are intentionally harmful to other people, it causes a big issue for me.
Cool. Lola, what's something that you have no filter about and or that you're too sensitive about, that you know, like, oh my God, animals.
I was just saying, animal abuse. Like, I am way overly sensitive to it, and if it's something that I come in contact with, there's no filter when it comes to being in the middle of a movie even, and an animal gets hurt, and it's not, I'm not watching any more of this movie. I'm done. Okay, next thing, turn this off. Like, I'm a very outspoken, with movies, even any kind of animal abuse just doesn't work.
Even cartoons, you feel the same way?
Tweety Bird and stuff like that. It's not real.
Okay.
They're just cartoons.
Yeah,
But Marley and me, even it wasn't even abuse, but he died at the end. I just can't.
He did.
Mm-mm.
I hadn't seen that movie.
I was saying, I was going to say spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it, but
It's okay.
Spray bands, what you got?
So,
I have no filter at all. My mom likes to tell me that all the time. At all. So.
You got a filter.
No.
Yeah, you do.
Well, here,
Oh,
because I pay to be here.
no, because I was saying earlier we had a conversation and something you was about to say, he was like, I don't think that would be.
I have an appropriateness, but overall,
So you do
I
have a filter.
don't. Not in my mind.
Oh,
I mean.
okay. No one has one in their mind.
It's
Go all
just-
out.
Here are the things that go on in my
I have
mind.
learned to. Oh, dirty.
No,
Okay.
no.
But I have learned as maturity, super wow, that has kept me from saying things. But when I definitely in high school,
Okay.
no filter.
Mm.
I will say whatever I feel like,
Okay.
but that's not gonna get you anywhere in life.
Okay.
But sensitivity wise, I will never show my sensitivity because I'm from the streets of Brooklyn. I'm saying.
So that'd be she's an emotional thug. We've had a few of those on our show. Those who have a hard out shell, but a bumbling emotional roller coaster going on inside of them. And they usually have no filters.
No, I'm very sensitive when it comes to not everything. My family or my friends. Definitely, I help my friends solve a lot of problems. And if somebody, the feelings are hurt and they're crying, I can't look at somebody when they're crying because I'll cry too. So I definitely can't. Sheesh. I can't. I don't like people being hurt. Even if I don't know you, I saw a girl crying and I gave her a tissue because I didn't want her to be. That's weird. Oh, don't awe me. See. But yeah, I don't like people being hurt. That's my sensitivity.
Go.
Okay, I'm very protective of the people I care about. I get told a lot that I'm like a mother lioness or a mother hen, that kind of person, so
Oh, okay.
that's where I'm very
So
sensitive.
get real cocky.
I don't know that a hen is cocky.
It's a chicken joke.
Yeah, but a hen's a girl and a cock is a boy.
You
Anyway.
I wasn't being literal, it's a joke.
Shh. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so that's what I'm super sensitive about. That's just anytime that I think people are being treated unfairly or unjustly, like that's why I'm involved in SASE and even scholars of religion, just to anytime discrimination or prejudice and people are being treated unfairly, that's where I'm super sensitive and that's where I get feisty.
No, okay. Lioness. Hen.
You can call a lioness.
Yeah.
Oh, lioness.
Not,
That's
that's
a
a
weird voice,
cowardly
yeah.
lion. It's a drag lion. No, a drag queen lion.
Oh, about these.
So you mad?
We're gonna leave with
Was
No,
I being
I'm not.
politically correct?
I don't get mad easily. I get irritated really easily, but I don't get mad.
Oh, that's your perception.
Outspoken about myself when you try to tell me something I've done or who I am, but people usually don't do that, so really don't get too outspoken too often. But usually something that I feel really emotional about is like things about rape and all that kind of stuff, like domestic abuse and stuff like that. Like when people say that it happened and like guys have the rationale that they have about certain things, I'm just like, bruh, that's not even, what? That doesn't make sense. That's stupid. Shut up. But I refrain from using such words like that because I personally feel that no one is stupid. So they just make really,
Ignorant might be
really
a better
poor
word.
decisions.
make really poor decisions. So,
No, you're when you're driving.
but I'm really sensitive about my time, and so more descriptively, when I feel like you're not listening to me, so I'm giving my time to you and you're not paying attention to me, I get real emotional about it, and I'll catch a couple mood swings on you. So you're not listening to me right now, that kind of deal. Like if I'm talking to you, and I feel like I made it known, and you watch TV, you on your phone, you on your computer, you doing something else, I get real offended.
He's mid-sentence, and you come mid-sentence
Oh,
with something else.
definitely. What I hate, and I'm gonna say I dislike intently, is when I am talking about something and I get cut off for something else that's probably been said already, or that's completely unrelated to what was going on at hand. And it's happened to me a number of times for me to really be like, yeah, I really dislike that a lot. And I get really offended. But going into our topic of sensitivity, wait, did you have something else to add, earlier? You were gonna ask something then?
I was, but I can't even remember. It was a question.
Okay. I'm gonna add some of just those things out there. Do you think sensitivity is a race thing, a gender thing, or a class thing?
I think it's pride.
I think it's probably, how so?
I'll use my friend, she's Boricua or Puerto Rican. And if you call her anything else besides Puerto Rican, she has Puerto Rican flag on her phone, in her car.
What you said?
Yeah. If you call her anything else but Puerto Rican, and you know her, it's like, really? Really? I guess that's I guess not a good example, but she's a nice person. So,
Mhm.
If you call somebody something that they're proud of,
Okay.
and you call them the opposite of that, it's like, excuse me, no kind of respect,
It's kind of similar to what Suzanne was saying earlier about a friend that doesn't like to be called African American.
Yeah.
And she's not African American, so
She's not.
and when you call her that, of course, she has a reason to have an issue about it.
Yeah.
I can see what pride getting. Do you think that's a person having pride for something?
Mhm.
Do you think it should have them encourage, like, the difference? Like, I'm not something else but Puerto Rican. Like, do you think? I guess the way I want to phrase it is that is pride really something that?
Well, I don't mean pride as in,
Being proud of
vain.
something, but I'm
Yeah,
saying
being
like,
proud, yeah.
yeah, okay. I don't know how I want to rephrase it, so I'm not going to answer that question.
Okay.
But what about you?
I don't think it is specific to one gender or one race or one class. I think it spans, I've seen it in all genders, I've seen it in all races, I've seen it in all classes. So no, I don't think it is to just one.
And the reason why I asked, and I'll definitely put it back onto the guest and co-host, is that maybe because it's my experience with media. Media tends to show poor people getting upset at things, black people getting upset at things, and women getting upset at things more than the other stuff. I mean, except for political stuff, because right-wing, more conservative people get upset at the terminology and things of nature. And they can't say what they want to say because it's, you know, the liberals are taking away their voices and freedom of speech. But I just, maybe like I said, it's because I have had a loose experience with media, and they tend to only show certain types of people having these reactions to things. So that's why, you know, I kind of like.
Well, could it be because people in a minority are the ones who experience discrimination more than the ones in a majority? I mean, you don't hear people making quote unquote politically incorrect, excuse my horrible grammar, politically incorrect jokes about rich white men as much as you hear about poor, insert race here, insert women. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Unless you're a comedian and talk about people equally. I said unless you're a comedian and talk about people equally.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I mean, they get paid to do that. But yeah, I can see where that comes
you see
from.
what I'm saying?
What do you think? Do you think it's specific or toward a particular group or not?
I don't really feel like it's very specific
Okay.
necessarily.
I think people in general are sensitive, or can be sensitive.
Okay.
I just think you hear about the politically correct
Mhm.
towards the minorities because that's where the terms are gonna be, whether it's race, gender, mental capability, etc. That's the minorities, that's where the ugly terms are gonna come from.
Okay. Cool.
Because
Okay.
we make terms for what we're afraid of.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? We make ugly terms for the different.
Ice cream haters.
They're not gonna call
Those
themselves.
spiders.
Rocket Road. No, just-
Rude spider haters.
Yeah, I agree. I like that. That's awesome. Whoa. I didn't even get my head turned all the way before you shook your head. No, jeez. What we got, Demo? What you got? Do you think it's? Do you want to expand on what Suzanne said, or do you want to? Do you think it's specific to a particular gender, race, or class orientation?
No.
Okay. So, my guys, lady, as well, got to do a sensitivity scale, which is not as valid as the other politically correct scale. And what are your scores? You remember?
I have them actually.
Okay. What we got?
Daniel was 51, or Demo, 51% sensitive.
Okay.
I was 65% sensitive, and Sunshine B was 74% sensitive.
And I was 36%.
I would not be.
You were just lower than us on all these. Good job, kid. Not sensitive, not.
And I had to think, I mean, I was absolutely truthful because, you know, of course, Sunshine B was a little upset that hers was so high and that everybody else's wasn't that close. But she was like, all y'all sensitive, we all sensitive, and we all, you know, do this and the third. And I was like, the test didn't really say that nobody was sensitive, was not sensitive. It just said different degrees depending on what you answered. And so I had to really think about it. It's like, there are a lot of times where things do get on my nerves, but then I kind of like, I'll say it, maybe ruminate on it a little bit, but then after a while I'm just like, it ain't important. Like, nah, just let it go. And sometimes I don't even let it get to that point where it gets to be a problem. But there are some times where the male mood swing kicks in, and I'll be, a Mitch. I'll be a Mitch. That's what Kevin Hart uses.
Yeah,
Be a Mitch.
Tissue between your legs.
Yeah. So I acknowledge the male mood swing stuff. I used to think it was a myth.
No, y'all cycle too.
Only because I have to deal with y'all. But
Amen.
No, we have to deal with you. Let's
No, you-
correct
you
that
don't
right
have to
now.
deal with me.
Yes,
Perspective,
You don't have
guys.
to
right, I don't have to deal with
it's
you.
more y'all than it is me. So I have to deal with y'all.
Perspective.
Yes, there is more of this. It's more superior. Anyway,
You said crazy girls? What is that?
no, it's superior.
Yes.
Superior what?
Superior.
And hairdos? Could your hair look a little better than mine? So you trying to go in? It's okay though. What you about to say? Because I feel like you real sassy right now.
I'm just saying, you know, you wouldn't be here without a woman, so you might want to have a little bit of respect.
Nobody would be here without two individuals. And if you believe in a religious deity, that being as well. So it takes two to make a child, no matter what.
I mean, no, because
I'm just saying, but
Because you wouldn't be here without a man.
Did you hear me bad mouthing men?
Did
at all?
I didn't
Did
badmouth
Did
you.
Did you?
I didn't badmouth you.
Just saying.
I responded to what you said because you said you're psycho too, and I said it's because we deal with you.
I didn't say anything to that matter. I'm gonna need you to play that tape back.
You didn't say that we were
No,
psycho?
sir. No, sir.
Was I only the one that heard that?
In other news.
The word psycho did not come out. Next.
Okay, we can rewind that. Demo, what you got? She was like, in other news.
Oh no, we were just moving forward. That's all.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay.
About perspective.
Oh, okay. So, with all that being said, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna talk about some more sensitivity and the way that we raise our kids.
Oh.
And some more differences. This is a little below. Stay tuned. This is 91.9 The Buzz.